I'm back. We've got Marc Portney. He's the man. He's the guy that can take an idea, bring it to market for you. He doesn't care what you have, but he wants to see it. But he sees a bunch of stuff.
Venture capitalist Marc Portney. He's brought hundreds of products to market.
I guarantee that you have at least one item in your house that I was responsible for.
The second he's convinced of a product, he'll invest.
And some of the stuff's a little crazy, Marc. Some of the stuff is good, bad. What are inventors doing wrong?
Well, the thing is, Stephen, I get submissions from all over the country. Like my show, what must have been shown last week in Sao Paulo, Brazil, because I got 30 overnight. I woke up to 30 submissions from Brazil. So, okay, it's all good. But that wasn't the question. The question is, what do I like and what do I don't like? So some inventor do's and don'ts.
Okay.
I can tell you one thing. Don't send me something on Dropbox, okay? Because if I can't see it, I mean, just send me it embedded in the email. I'm not a technological wizard, but just let me click on it and watch it. If I've got to go to work and try to spend time to try to see your video, I'm going to click right over it. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you straight up. Okay. Otherwise, let the other guys bullshit you, but I'm not going to do it. The second thing is, if I'm more passionate about your item than you are, you're out. Because, I got people that just submit and they're like, what's that? Do you love the item? Are you behind the item? Did you invent the item? Is it your baby? Let's talk about it. Let's turn it into a business. Let's kick some ass.
Okay. All right.
So
tell me did people ever call and say, hey, look, will you sign an NDA?
Sure.
Okay, so no big deal. Because thank you for bringing that up. Yes, I will sign an NDA, but not blind. You have to tell me, like, okay, this is in the back to school category. This is a backpack in the back to school category. You have to tell me you just don't go. And then all of a sudden, Marc Portney's an asshole. He won't sign an NDA. Yes, I will. But I'm not going to sign an NDA when somebody contacts me. This is a perfect example. And people say, will you sign an NDA? I said, sure. Give me a brief description of the item, not the details, just a brief description so that I can say, hey, you know what? I just did a backpack deal. I think it might be a conflict. So then I won't sign the NDA because it just keep it to yourself. Don't tell me what it is. So we stay clean. And that's what I am, clean as a whistle. So that it's like, okay.
I will sign an NDA.
Does it get confusing though, Marc, if they're sending you their NDAs? Do you care about reading theirs, or do you have your own? What's the best?
Either way. I mean,
right.
I don't like to read 64 NDAs a day. I mean, I'll submit it. I have an NDA. I'm happy to send it over.
Okay.
And basically, I just need a general description of what it is so that I know what the hell I'm signing away.
How many people did anybody ever send you their patent? Do you ever get that?
No, I won't. I'm not a patent attorney, and I don't profess to be one. I'm not proficient in the patent area. Just go to a patent attorney, do your business, and then bring it to me once it's filed, so that you're protected. That's all.
Okay, pretty simple.
Yeah.
What about if an inventor keeps on bugging you? How's that feel? I mean, should they keep on bugging you? Keep on asking, hey, Marc, did you get it? What do you think? Did you get it? What do you think?
Well, listen, an appropriate follow-up is always okay. But I don't get it a hell of a lot because I'm very responsive. So I respond to like 99.99. Nobody's perfect, but I respond to most of them very quickly because I know right away if it's for me, if it's for not. But a lot of times I will say, listen, I think the space is very crowded. It would be difficult for me to get a foothold in the marketplace. Thank you for submitting. Believe it or not, guys, I'm very polite and I'm very nice to the inventors. Just don't mess around with me or I go crazy. But
It's not for me. The space is crowded, and I don't see myself really getting a good foothold in the marketplace, and it's basically a waste of my time. I don't say that. I'm inferring that. They get all kinds of juicy. Like I insulted one of their kids. Like, what are you getting juicy for, man? You submitted it. I gave you some decent feedback, honest feedback.
But no, I want to argue about it. I want no, you don't see it right. I want to argue a little bit about it. I want to convince you you're wrong.
You're entitled to convince me. You're not entitled to be aggressive. You're not entitled to come after me, because I'll pound you like a veal. Okay. So that I don't go for. But if you want to tell me, listen, you might have missed this, and explain it to me, that's great. No, listen, I'm not perfect. I will listen to. You're the inventor. You know better than me.
How long should I wait? I sent it in. I haven't heard anything back. It's been 24 hours. What's taking you so long?
24 hours? No. Let's get real. A couple days, maybe. If you send it to me and it's been a couple days, then you have every right in the world to follow up and say, oh, I'm just checking, just following up behind the email. Did you get it, or do you have any questions? You can bullshit me around and say, ask if I have any questions. That's a good way to do it.
All right.
And then what I'll do is, maybe I missed it, maybe I did. So a couple days later, you follow up, and I'm happy to look it back up in my emails and see what's and see what's going on. I'll look at it.
What's the best way? Should I show you a 1-minute video? Here's a problem. Here's a solution. What do you think? Is that the best way for me to pitch to you?
Please do. And I'm so happy you touched that subject. A lot of them are like, when I was 8 years old, I loved ketchup. And like, dude, dispense with the 8 years old. I don't care. I mean, I'm sure you're a lovely kid, but it doesn't help me make a decision on a reasonably quickly basis. What are you doing? Like, here's the problem. Ketchup drips all over the front of your shirt. Here's the solution. End of story. This is what I can do. Right?
Okay.
Done. I like a retail if you have it. I'd like to know what you think the retail is. I'd like to know, because when I see it, I'll know what I can make it for. So I'll see if you're dreaming or whatever.
But let's say I don't know, Mark. Let's say I'm not a manufacturing guy. How can I give you that information?
I'll take a peek. You don't have to. It's just helpful if you go, I think it's a $14.99, or I think it's a $29.99. But you don't have to be spot on. I'll take care of that. Okay. I'll take care of it.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to do one more of these. Mark, thank you. It's very important. Everybody's listening, to make sure you reach out to Mark. You know what he's looking for. I mean, you know the areas we talked a little bit about in a previous video, but make sure you're to the point really quick. Don't bug him. Just give him something that can show a problem and a solution. Make it simple for him to say yes, and don't send it. Oh, I agree. I get some of these submissions myself, and it's so hard to get to it. You know, it's just like, what are you doing to me? Make it easy for you to take a look at it. That's the drill.
Right, because you have to understand how many I get. And I'm trying to service everyone. I really am, because I started from the beginning too. And I really wanted the buyers at big box stores to pay attention to me, so I know that feeling. So I promised that I would never have that feeling again. Okay, so what I do is I put your shoes on, I put them on my feet, and if they feel good, I keep doing what I'm doing. But you know, that's really that's really the end. You know, the end all and be all here.
All right, be patient, follow up, and send Mark some good stuff. All right, everybody, we're going to do one more of these. Subscribe down below. Thank you very much for watching.